Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Cold Waters, episode number 14. And yes, unless you're watching this, well, unless you're only listening to this and you are not able to see the screen, you will notice a huge change in our map. And I have actually gotten the son of a gun. I am going to alt-tab out to try to remember what the damn name of it was. I want to get the exact name so people can also... Here it is. Cold Waters Enhanced Navigation Map. The version I'm using is the latest, the 1.2. So, enhanced navigation map, this is what it looks like, and I am so happy with it. It gives you a huge degree of confidence of like where you're engaging. And like if I want to go after this submarine, which I don't have any regrets about charging it, knowing we're in really shallow water, I mean really deep water. So anyways, we can see that going over here, we won't be in as... Do I want to go after this sub? What I mean, we have our TLAMs. I probably should just save all our TLAMs. I mean, all of our torpedoes to help us with the TLAM mission. I actually did a little bit of research off camera to see how the TLAM missions go. I tried to look at Jive Turkey's recent successful event. I don't know. It wasn't. I mean, I don't want to be too critical of Jive because Jive Turkey's obviously has some of the best content on Cold Waters out there, but he calls a video a tutorial, but it's absolutely nothing like that. It's actually just him playing the mission and not explaining anything that he's doing or anything. It's just him, he just takes the cut. A tutorial, in my opinion, is you addressing the audience, telling them how to play the mission. So I do have that one small complaint about that. We have 11 TLAMs. I think we're going to be okay, though, because he even had a TLAM hit the ground, like just blow up en route. Doesn't make sense that they wouldn't do that, but anyway, let's get going. We'll try to stick to the shallower areas and Murmansk, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, damn it. Let's just go in. We're already seeing if there's anybody nearby. We're already located anyway, so there we go. That's it. We are moving in patrol speed, very weak thermal layer at 368 feet. I doubt that this is much deeper than 500 feet anyway. Moderate surface duct. Okay, this is not terrible. So, okay, surface duct means that... Okay, it means that active is going to be a little bit less useful for ships because it'll bounce off the surface duct. A weak thermal layer actually means that we should have better ability to... Well, if they have passive listening, it'll be a little bit easier. Alright, well, let's just get into it. I mean, it's impossible to really figure out what all that is going to mean for us. Okay, so 500 feet, as I kind of expected. Let's see if we have any contacts already. We do, CR1. This red dot is where we have to launch the TLAMs into. I'm immediately going to make... Can we actually just do course heading directly? Okay, these are our mass, that's our active, that's our decoys, don't want any of those. We have... By the way, why is... Yeah, I guess your mini-map goes away. It leaves this kind of floating here. A little funny. Oh god, we're already getting pinged by active? What the heck? Well, that's not spectacular. We are in a little bit deep water, which is, I mean, actually really troubling, I should say, that this is the deeper water. Alright, it's extremely quiet out, so that is probably why people are already pinging us. I want this here one to figure out what we're up against. Okay, Anguima, that's nice. We don't have to worry about this.
Is classified as merchant.
Let's make our depth. Yeah, I actually do want to use this time. So down increases this number.
Make depth 200 feet, dive high.
Yeah. I mean... Wait. All those things they said about the layer is all a lie. There's no layer here at all.
Con sonar new contact bearing 2.
Okay, Sierra 2, what are you?
Designated Sierra 2.
Probably... Oh, Dubna, auxiliary oil refueler, I think, something like that.
Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified as
it's gonna have a hard time. Obviously, not an accurate report of that
Dive at
unit's position.
0 feet. Dive I.
Okay, so we're just going to slowly make our way over here, and we're going to launch at this red circle. That's the idea. I won't be labeling this the tutorial. I'm probably going to label this what the mod is that gives us that fantastic map. And obviously we don't have that map here because they kind of have the shading done for us. So ideally we would probably launch... No, I bet it would hit the land. I saw from the videos I was trying to check out, yeah, that's probably much more accurate, that these, they actually can run into the ground. So we probably want to plot, oddly enough, a course almost perfectly like this, maybe a little bit further south so that it approaches a little bit more. We want to get as deep in with the river with these TLAMs, which reduces the chance that they hit ground on the way to target. I don't plan on speeding up through this mission, so I might even put a cut in the video, but for now we'll just run with time compression on, and we'll see what happens. I'm not worried about these guys detecting us. Do they even have the means of detecting us? I doubt it. No, neither of them have the means. But we did see some passive, or some kind of actives going off. Ah, it could be this. Let's see how many there are of these. There are 1, 2 in the water. Yeah, counted 4 and a jet. Well, that's, yeah, not ideal. Not ideal at all. So we actually are going to have to track where these are probing. This jet, I don't really care about that jet. He should only be able to drop buoys. And this guy doesn't look like he's even modeled. It doesn't even look like the sea is being modeled by wherever he is, so he's probably... this one's also looks like really close to shore or something. So wait, is this the helicopter? It is. Well, none of these are near our position, at least. I suspect that will change. Now, one thing that was pointed out in the comments, but of course people dispute it, so it's still kind of a mystery to me, is somebody was saying, oh, we'll continue going fast. Somebody was saying that ships originally were able to intercept with their anti-missile fire, the TLAMs, and that Killerfish patched it so that they no longer do that. But then somebody else said, no, they still do that. So I'm not sure where I mean, I tend to believe the first information seems more credible. It was a person's referencing that they actually changed the patch. I changed this in a patch. That originally they could be shot down, the TLAMs, but now they can't. That sounds reasonable. That sounds like more believable. Just knowing nothing about the two commenters who were talking about this.
Contact bearing
Okay, so
083, designated Sierra 3.
Let's figure out what you are.
Con sonar Sierra 3.
I don't even know what a
classified
Casbec is.
as Merchant.
Whew, that's a juicy one. You know, we might want to just start sinking these things. The only problem is we'll have to avoid a lot of
Sonar
torpedoes.
contact
Okay,
bearing
Sierra 4, this is probably
197,
our
designated Sierra 4.
attack ship. Nope.
Con sonar Sierra 4 is classified.
I mean, we're gonna have to
as
worm our way
merchant.
through these, but none of them have any kind of detection abilities themselves. We have really good detection, really good tracking on these guys, which is good. I'm gonna try to do this mission silently, though. The mission objective is actually to... Okay, I don't see... It's not here, but... We're supposed to get within 100 miles, I think. We're probably already there. Let's just check. Damn it, I mean, this is in thousands of yards. Okay, let's just pretend. Let's just do a very gross hand wave that I think... This is fine. We're going to pretend that 1,000 yards equals 1 mile. I think it's actually closer to 1,800 yards or so. But that means that we're currently actually over 100 miles away. And I believe, I'm just taking this based on, is this 32? Yeah, so each one of these grids should be 32,000 yards. Is that, Do I understand this correctly? Let's check and see if this is true. Okay, I am here. Let's see if this is 4,000 yards. It is. Okay, so each one of these grids is 32,000 yards. Yeah. Then, I don't know. I mean, we get the full distance here. I don't know why I was doing that, but we definitely are getting... Oh, the active pings are from our, yeah, helicopters. Just make sure very briefly that we aren't being tracked. This one just looks so far, like, if they're not rendering the ground, it's probably really far away. And there's something also to be said about not leaving the nice comfort of the deeper waters, which is going to happen very, very, very soon. Huh. There's also something to be said about just sinking all these ships and letting the helicopters... No, that's such a pain to avoid the constant barrage. That's 4 helicopters, so that's 4 torpedoes. And I don't know what the airplane itself drops besides buoys, but if it also drops some kind of anti-submarine ordnance, we'll really be in for it. The biggest problem is we don't have the ability to launch 8 TLAMs at a time, so it's not like we can just pop off, launch, and leave. So, lots of problems. Everything about this is problematic. The only thing which so far is working in our favor is that there's no ships that I see at all, which would be capable of intercepting us or our missiles if indeed that is something that they can do. So we'll basically head due south, make our heading 180, and we'll just keep going like this for a while. I know it'll take it off pause if something happens, like torpedoes or depth charges, or I assume anything that with imminent danger. Could very easily take all these out, though. I just don't see any reason to until after we've launched our TLAMs at least.
Sonar lost contact.
Weird that we lost the Anguima. That I don't.
Bearing 2,
Okay,
7, 3,
maybe not so
contact
weird.
faded.
This is the Dubna. Our toad should be detecting that fairly well still at 11. Where I mean, it's weird that you would lose confidence on the signal. Once you had strong confidence it was here, and then you started to become less confident after that, I don't think you would have like doubts that suddenly it's over here when you have less information. You should rely on the earlier, better information. Yeah, it's definitely looking like a Casbeck to me. I mean, these all check out. Important thing being that the contacts, none of these contacts have any kind of stuff to detect us. Dubna, 10,000, 6,000. This one's 16,000. I just really kind of... We see this one? Can I go to it? Yeah, I can. I mean, it's hard to tell really, the size. Nice little Russian insignia there. Hammer and sickle. It's a hammer and sickle. Okay, well, continue on our way. Maybe we can push the speed up a little bit. It's gonna hurt a lot, our detection ability for ships further into distance. What we can do is go down to maybe 300, assuming that the depth... No, go to 250. I mean, the sand isn't gonna go right over us. Then we can speed up a little bit, I think. The sand is literally gonna go over us. It's funny that we don't have a good detection profile on this thing, even though it's just coming right at us. There we go. Now we have it. Just naively... Oh, it's carrying some stuff. Looks like maybe some tanks on there. I don't know. Can't tell. Some stuff which is battened down. I assume that's the net, not a camouflage net. Camouflage net, not going to do much on a ship. Yep, just like 2 ships, literally. Not quite, but 2 ships crossing in the night. They'll never know how close they came to receiving a torpedo. So maybe I will put a cut in this video, because we just have so far to go. The other thing I could do is just speed up a little bit.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Yeah. It's kind of, I never thought about doing this. I have done this before in Silent Hunter 3.
Sonar lost contact. Sierra
What if we
4,
just put
last
ourselves
bearing,
underneath
3,
this Dubna,
3, 1,
and could
contact
they
at the
actually
battle.
launch stuff at us if we were right underneath of it? I suppose they could, and, you know, knowing the Russians, they would. Would probably be willing to sacrifice a merchant ship in exchange for a Los Angeles. Well, we'll get there twice as fast. Our speed is 10 versus 5 now. Just, damn, that's really far away. I'm going to say when this gets to 175, we're going to be... I'm going to clear us for launch. I know the TLAMs have an exceptionally long range, but I believe I've seen that you're supposed to be within a specific distance in order to complete the mission successfully. And I've never completed one of these missions successfully, so I'd really like to. I made our course 200 now, to just slant more directly towards this. I'm still assuming that we aren't going to be found, even though we're definitely making a little bit more noise. It's a very, very quiet sea state. Okay, well, let me just take a drink of water. We'll relax here for a moment.
Regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 350.
And we lost one in our baffles. I guess that's just because we... yeah, why do we lose in our baffles if we have a towed array, which is... should, you know, avoid that problem altogether. What's the... Okay, it's dropping a little bit, maybe. There we go. I wish so much they had the Seawolf class in this, the next one, the one that's like ultra quiet. That would be fun. I think they look nicer than the Los Angeles class. The Los Angeles class to me is just, there's something about it that I don't like. I think it's just the proportions of the sub. It's like too long. It's like a pencil. It's too long. The other ones have more character to it. This is kind of... I don't know. This obviously doesn't have any... doesn't matter at all. But it's a preference thing. Okay, are we closer yet? Are we there yet? Nearly. Now, since I'm not detecting anything, I suppose we'll start reloading our TLAMs.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
I guess we're gonna like go big or go home, right? We'll try to get 2 barrages off before all the enemy aircraft and everything is on top of us.
3 ready.
Is that possible? I don't know. But at least the depth of water is 500 feet. That's not bad. What am I saying? That I mean, that's really not good. That's as shallow as I mean, this is where I got hit last time, was in this shallow of water. I'm not probably taking this seriously enough. Yeah. Yeah, next time I do this, I'm going to put a cut in the video. I really should have. I kind of regret not. But that's okay. Live and learn.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra.
I don't care about those
last
contacts.
bearing 334. Contact faded.
Now we can launch from this depth. We can launch TLAMs up to 400 feet. Harpoons are only up to 200, but we can launch these from 400. I basically just want to be as deep as I can to keep my...
Sonar new contact
What?
bearing 17. Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
This is probably not good.
Con sonar new contact bearing 195. Designated Sierra 6.
Yeah, so remove... This is problematic. I think this is the one. Okay, it's a Grisha.
Con sonar Sierra 5 is classified
And
as
Sierra
escort.
6. It's a Riga.
Con sonar Sierra 6 is classified
Well,
as
let's make
escort.
our heading maybe like 250 or so. Shift away from the Grisha a little bit. Let's actually focus on that Grisha. We don't have the correct loadout right now. I guess we're gonna have to change this. They're gonna be all over us the moment we fire these anyway. So, okay, well this just changes everything. And we've somehow maneuvered into an area where it's only 450 feet, which is, I mean, not to make everything... It's not making anything better. Yeah, I'd say we're gonna launch, and then we're gonna have to just be avoiding for a long time. Okay, well, that's c'est la vie. I think we'll launch, and then we'll actually... Let's see, how far away is this? I don't think it's actually that far away, is it?
Tube 3 ready.
That's pretty far away. Maybe we can sneak around the Grisha. Are any of these close enough to detect me? No. Okay, this one, no. No. I mean, if I'm not inside of something, I'm gonna assume no. And I don't see anything. So let's say no is all around. I don't know.
Torpedo room.
It does have Sea-Wiz, and that's what we were worried about. I was worried about in terms of TLAMs. Okay, let's take it out. I think I'll launch the torpedo, and then we'll get a Moss into the tube immediately. So let's use passive. Alright, let's do this. We want bearing 161. Launch.
Aye, sir.
So he's looking. We're gonna turn away from this torpedo. I'm just gonna assume that it'll hit. Kinda don't want it to go active for a little while though. If this quiet waters, I'm not worried about it acquiring later. Now, it can't detect us. How much can, if we just start speeding away a little bit more, what are the chances of us being detected?
Con maneuvering, making turns for 10 knots.
Mainly, I just need to see. High frequency is very short range. So this does not have very good detection range.
Sonar lost contact. Sierra 5. Last bearing 157. Contact is in the baffles.
I didn't mean to keep turning. That's my mistake. I'm surprised we haven't lost our torpedo yet.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 5, bearing 156.
Okay, and actually let's go to this torpedo real fast. Bring it up to the surface. Which is where we're going to want it. It's already there, good. Alright, stable out on this course. This Dubna actually reversed direction at some point. Turned around. How did it do it? That's a very narrow, has a very small turnaround range. Well, they're going to be all after us when this all goes down. So this is very short range. Yeah, I think we're better off actually getting... Oh, not 20 knots.
Turns for 1,
I don't think we can get away with
0
20 knots.
Maneuvering
We'll
up.
cavitate, I believe. So we'll just keep going at 10 knots. And leave that torpedo to do its thing. Alright, let's speed up time a little bit.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Torpedo is being effective.
There's
a hit.
Sierra 5, last bearing 141.
Now we can expect some trouble though in the waters. I think the best way to do this, sadly, is to start going very, very quick. Okay, this Riga is actually closer. That's good. I want it to be a little bit closer. I just want a good detection profile on it so we can launch a torpedo and then we can go a little bit faster and a little bit deeper. We're not going to need our towed array when we're going faster anyway, so we might as well go deeper, which gives us a little more time to react to things as well. Well, that's going to conclude this episode because once again, I'm going to drag on for another. It's a over 50 minutes episode, but if I don't break it up. So the TLAM launches will be coming in the next mission. Until then, I was just kind of scrolling through there. There's the TLAM. That's what I meant to get to. So thanks for watching this episode. And the next episode, I have to say, I mean, it's already been recorded, but I finished off the TLAM mission. It's going to have some interesting stuff which may spur a bit of a discussion about Tortuga's competence, but, well, anyways, we'll just see that when the next episode gets posted. Until then, thanks for watching, and take care.